Good morning, sir.
Very good. You can hear me?
Yeah.
Give me a second. Yes. Um, so there are 30 people have joined the chat. Let me, before we start, introduce myself. I am Dayavan, sir. I am ex-banker. I was at HNB for a long time and then joined HNB Finance, and now I am on freelance actually. I have been teaching at IBSL for more than 15 years. This subject I think I have done for last many years. I want all of you to really participate in this program because last year, due to this the change of the structure of the program, I mean the mode of the program was changed to online. Actually, I have seen a drop in the interest of students, as well as recently I corrected your answer scripts, the students' answer scripts last year. Actually, the standard has come down. The main reason that I would tell you is the participation of students during the class, especially on the online mode, had been fairly poor. So I don't want that to happen in this batch as well. I want all of you to answer the questions that I raised during the program. If you have any issues, any clarifications, kindly share it with me. Anytime you are allowed to disturb me, because end of the day, what we should do through this program is to understand the marketing management, and you should be able to practice marketing management principles in your real life or in the work situations. That's the main purpose of this program. So I am kindly appealing to all of you to participate actively during the program, so that it can be very, very useful for you all to make use of these learnings during your work situations. I couldn't go through the list of participants. Actually, I have asked it from the institute. I want to know from which banks you all are from. Last batch, there were a lot of state bankers. That's People's Bank, Bank of Ceylon, and NSB were in the class, and some private sector students as well. Private sector banks candidates as well. This time also, I believe there are a lot of state bank staff plus private sector bank staff as well in the program. Because this particular the channel, this medium is I can't see any of you all. Maybe you all can only see me, but owing to that, the interactions during the class is minimal. Even I sometimes feel bored because I can't see any of your faces. I'm just keep one way talking to you all and try to explain various things. Okay, let me ask one question before we start the program. Do you all have any have you done any marketing or marketing management or marketing studies during your banking career in the previous? Can anyone answer? Have you already done any banking during banking studies? Have you done any marketing studies? Hello? Anyone who has followed marketing programs, marketing studies? Hello? Can you hear me? Right. Someone has said no, sir. Nisansala Pereira. Can you all can SMS at least? Oh, the make your. I did PCM at CIM. Very good.
I have done postgraduate diploma at SLIP.
Oh, super. It's very good. No, sir. No, sir. Under the degree. Yes, very good. So we have at MB. Super. So quite a good student base here. Only in CBF. That's all. Yeah, that's okay. CBF. Good. Actually, this is very good. You're given a very good start. Please, if you can't say that in speaker, you just put that in the chat box. Very good. Some people have done HRM, masters. Right. So, and anyone, CBF? Because why I asked is this subject is marketing management, but I will go to I'll touch the basics as well. Marketing is a management process, and this is really useful for you all when you all are in a supervisory or especially executive level. The things that you learn in this program can be practiced as it is, because I have done that. So that's very good. So let me also share the syllabus. This is with you already. I think in your you would have got it over the email or in your what you call syllabus manual or your program manual. The marketing management subject covers an holistic approach to marketing management, which enables students to gain an insight into the marketing philosophy and gradual understanding of development and implementation of basic marketing strategies in both local and global perspective, with special reference to financial services industry. Further, this will enable students to analyze the dynamic factors affecting the strategic marketing decisions of the organization in a highly turbulent environment. If you go to the syllabus contents, the key areas will be understanding the marketing and marketing management process, and then getting into strategic and marketing, environmental analysis, and then products, services, and buyer behavior, market segmentation and targeting, positioning for competitive advantage, developing the marketing mix strategies, and then comes to marketing controls and other social marketing or societal marketing concepts and so on. So syllabus is quite broad, but given the time limitations, we'll try to cover whatever that is possible. I kindly request you to go through this syllabus. If you have not shared, you can. Have you got this already shared to you? Have you gone through the syllabus? Anyone? You can send your answer yes. Very good. Indika Bandara says yes. It's best that you go through the syllabus today itself if you have time, if you have not done it already. Anyone else who haven't got? Anyone who hasn't got? Dhanuka says yes. Very good. Good response. Please keep responding, because then at least I can feel something live. Otherwise, I don't know whether you are sleeping or run away from the screen or doing something else. So we have 33 students in the class, but only three have replied. Received that, yes. Pradeep Chandrasena, Kalinga may have shared it to you. Very good. Only 4 or 5 have replied. Got it. Very good. Hope you will go through it. 5, 6, yes. Received. Very good. Yes. Yes. I like this. Very good. Rohan Fernando, yes. Jamali Jaya Latarachi, yes. Super. Pradeep Kumar, got it. I like this. Please keep responding, because this really keep me motivated, because I know that you all are into the discussion. Rohini, yes. Shalini Ratna, yes, received. Shalika Udayangani, got it. Very good. So I expect at least 95% of the 33 who have already joined to respond to me, because then only I will. I know that majority of students are with me. Right. Thank you. Super. Then I don't want to run it. We take a lot of time on the syllabus. Please go through it, because our entire discussion in the coming weeks will be on the basis of these syllabus contents. And the speciality in this program is for me to tell you is this is not general marketing management. This is in relation to bank marketing management. Actually, there's a little difference between general marketing management and bank marketing management. So throughout the syllabus, we'll be relating the marketing concepts into the banking and finance environment. So that's the difference, because marketing management principles can be beautifully applied in the banking and finance sector. That has happened over the last, say, 20-30 years, as you all know. About the time we studied banking, the marketing was not a subject. Actually, we had to do marketing as a separate subject. But you are lucky now. Now marketing as a syllabus being integrated into the banking studies, which is very good. Because end of the day, marketing is something that is very, very appropriate for us to use in the banking sector, because years before, maybe 2-3 decades before, marketing was no more needed, because banking was a sacred employment, and people who are worshipping bankers and banking, and people who are anyway coming to the banks, whether we market it or not, as you all know. But today things have changed. If you are not marketing oriented, there are a lot of substitutes that can impact our banking business. So therefore, it's very it's essential that all the bankers today are have a knowledge of marketing concepts, so that they can apply those concepts in the real life, as I have explained. So are we okay so far? So far, are you with me? Just say yes or no. Quickly. Someone can start. So up to now, are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Very good. Yeah, Nisansala. Yes. Ayomi. Superb. I really appreciate your responses and your eagerness in this. Yes, yes. Pradeep, yes. Shalini, yes. Kavinda Rodrigo, yes. Amali Mudrapperuma, yes. Yes, sir. Yes. Chaturanga. Gayani. Superb. Okay. So let's start then. We'll give a start, and time to time I'll be asking you all as to how you are understanding what I am going to say. If because wherever possible, I'll be explaining the basics and try to help you whatever way to understand what I am saying here. My involvement in marketing has been for many years. After I did my banking, I started studying CIM and then went into further studies and enrolled in the marketing management beyond the banking, and enrolled in various institutes and supported marketing fraternity. And that helped me to understand the concepts more broadly, because marketing is widely used everywhere in Sri Lanka, as well as regionally and globally. For banking sector, marketing came into effectively over the last 20-25 years. And when I studied banking, the syllabus that time was mostly confined to technical things. But end of the day, banking is something that is done with human beings. So if we do not have those understanding of human behavior and human nature, is not at all practical for us to provide services to the customers, as they have their feelings, they have their needs and wants. So as bankers, we need to understand those needs and wants and satisfy. Then only we can succeed in our profession as bankers. Because at the end of the day, if you don't satisfy our customers, they will go away. So understanding marketing and the marketing management process is the first step into this. As I said, the marketing is a management process. This is something that you must understand at the beginning, because it is not something that is just a theory or something. It's a management process which has to be managed. Why you call it a management process? Because the marketing process has to be managed. So the process that achieves organizations' objectives for profitability through satisfying customer needs in an efficient and integrated and a socially responsible manner. So please understand the marketing definition very thoroughly, because there are keywords that you need to emphasize here. What are those? It's a management process. All right, underline this. Right, that achieves organizations' objectives. So end of the day, we should achieve as banks or finance organizations our main objectives. maybe corporate objectives or any other objectives, marketing objectives, and so on. Because we need to make profit. Because we are a commercial organization, we need to achieve profit through satisfaction of customer, satisfaction of our customers in an efficient. That's also important. Efficient. What is efficiency? Efficiency is where you employ certain amount of input and get the highest amount of output. Another word for efficiency is productivity. You're getting the highest output through limited inputs. Integrated is more broader. All integrated means all in a collective, comprehensive manner, and also socially responsible manner. The marketers will have to, or the bankers will have to be social responsible, that you all know. Because if we don't focus on our social responsibility, again our sustainability become an issue. So there are many definitions you will come across for marketing, but for the purpose of our studies here, I use the CIM UK definition. It is a management process that achieves organizations' objectives for profitability through satisfying customer needs in an efficient, integrated, and socially responsible manner. By heart, this statement is going to help you throughout the course. So it's basically the marketing is a management process that satisfies organizations' objectives for profitability by satisfying customer needs in an efficient, integrated, and socially responsible manner. Why we have to be marketing oriented? Because there's decline in sales market share. Because if you are not marketing oriented, as I said, somebody else will eat into our market share. The companies which are marketing oriented will grab our business, and also that will create slow growth for us. And also we must understand the customer buying patterns are changing, because about 5 years before, banking customers were different to today customers. Increased competition and marketing expenses are also increasing. So these are a few of the reasons that makes us to learn marketing seriously. So another definition: marketing is a social and managerial process by which individuals and groups obtain what they need and want through creating and exchanging value with others. That's another definition made by Kotler. It's a social and management process by which individuals and groups obtain what they need and want through creating and exchanging value with others. It's always exchange. There's a price, there's a value. Price, value. We buy things at a price, thinking that those will provide us value. And also marketing is about managing profitable customer relationships. That's why I said, if you want to retain our customers, we need to be marketing oriented. That means we must be able to understand their needs and wants and provide solutions on a sustainable manner if we need to retain and grow our customer base, and also to attract new customers. Right, the same thing. Then another marketing definition can be offering the right product in the right place at the right time and at the right price. It's a very, very simple definition. And implications. Only thing now, if you want, although we need to understand our customer needs and wants, but there are certain things, certain questions that we need to raise. What are those? Who Who are existing and potential customers? What are their current future needs? We must understand their needs. How can we satisfy these needs? Can we offer product service that the customers would value? Can we communicate with our customers? Can we deliver a complete product or service? Why should customers buy from us? So these are some of the relevant questions that that we need to ask if you are to understand the customer needs. So let's get to the next definition. Today we are looking at only a few concepts before we going into the syllabus seriously. But it's good to know the certain definitions and key terms that we will come across during this process of learning in the coming 3 months or 4 months, whatever. Marketing management is a process of planning and executing the conception, pricing, promotion, and distribution of goods, ideas, and services to create exchanges that satisfy individual and organizational objectives. So it's, again, remember, it's about achieving the organizational objectives. So the marketing management, these organizational objectives can be anything. It can be corporate objectives, it can be financial objectives, it can be marketing objectives, it can be HR objectives, anything. Everything is in an integrated manner we need to achieve. So steps in the marketing management process. What are the steps that we will learn in the coming weeks? So what first we need to understand what are our objectives. Objectives are the things that we need to achieve as an organization. Right? Objectives are always the things that we need to achieve in the short term. It can be medium term or longer term. Analyzing marketing opportunities. What are the opportunities in the marketplace? Researching and selecting target markets. What are the segments or the markets that we can reach or go and do our banking operations. Designing marketing strategies, planning marketing programs and various plans and promotions, organizing, implementing, and controlling the marketing efforts. You can understand the steps in all in. These are simple steps which can be discussed further as we go. But we first need to understand the opportunities, then understand the objectives, then opportunities, and select target markets, and then design some strategies and action plans, and then implement those programs and plans and carry out your marketing operation effectively. So remember these questions. There are 5 questions that we ask in this management process or marketing management process. As I said, first we need to understand the environment and decide on our objectives, and then formulate our strategies, implement those strategies and actions, and then control means you review and rectify or refine to make sure you achieve your objectives. So remember these steps: analysis, analyzing the current environment, setting objectives, formulating strategies, carry out the implementation or execution of the programs, and control and review whether we are achieving those objectives. So questions related to each steps. Where are we now? It's a very, very simple question. Where are we now as an organization? Where do you want to be? What do we want to achieve? Where do you want to be means what do we want to achieve as an organization? Which way is best? So there are many ways to do it. There are expensive ways to do it. There are moderate ways. There are out of various ways, various options that are available. you may be selecting the best and most appropriate options to proceed or implement. And then comes how do we get there, means how you execute your best options that you decided or formulate here. And how to ensure arrival means how do you have to periodically monitor and see whether you are achieving the objectives that you have set. You know, like if you take a bank, bank has monthly targets, weekly targets. Sometimes some banks have daily targets on certain divisions. Now say savings, there can be daily targets, savings mobilization, and weekly mobilization targets, monthly, then quarterly, biannually, annually. So like that, why you break those annual targets into small portions? Because then easy to control or easy to review, easy to refine. So if you haven't achieved the daily target, then you will find out what is the reason. Is there any? So without waiting a week, you will understand daily whether you need to change your strategy, change your action plans. You know, the review is therefore very important to make sure that you you go to the destination that you have planned at the beginning. So ensuring arrival has to be done through review and periodic control, periodic assessments that you plan to do. Another way is analysis. Where are we now? Where do you want to be? What is the best way? How effectively can we move that or carry out the plans, which we call tactics, in other words, the various actions, implementation and control, get in there, sustain and grow. So that's the process that you need to remember. But I think it's easy for you to remember it in this format. Where are we now? Where do you want to be? What is the best way, or which way is the best? How do we get there? How to ensure arrival? Right. So there's no question about why the marketing management is important. But you know, when you have to have a formal marketing management process, it's good for the organization because it gives systematic, futuristic thinking and better cooperation of the company, because everyone knows, because when there's a written down management plan or marketing plan, then everyone can coordinate and support that company's effort, development of performance standards for control. Yes. So as I said, the things that you need to do will have to be broken into several standards or certain key actions, and monitor whether those portions of actions are carried out effectively to ensure that the final results. Sharpening of objectives and policies. The time to time, sometimes you might find your objective that you have already set need to be refined or change a bit. That also can be done, and then you are better prepared because you have a plan. You know, your planning is everything that you have heard it. There's a saying called if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. What does it mean? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So if you have planned well, then there's no question of you failing it. All right, you agree with me? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Okay, so how do you carry out this marketing strategy that we have discussed? So to carry out this marketing, I'm just briefing you the concepts. We will go into details of all these, don't worry, but I'm just giving a brief of what we are going to do in the coming weeks. So there's marketing mix. There are a set of tools that we use in our marketing implementation of our marketing strategies. What are these tools? So they are called marketing mix tools. Means to collect and mix the resources of marketing in the manner that objects of the enterprise may be achieved and maximum satisfaction may be provided to customers. At the end of the day, these marketing mix tools will help you to achieve our marketing objectives. That means provide satisfaction to the customers. According to Shanton, the marketing mix is the term used to describe the combination of 4 inputs which constitute the core of company's marketing system: the product, the price structure, the promotional activities, and distribution system. For banking, as I said, now we are talking of bank management or bank marketing. Yeah, and remember the traditional 4 P's that we were aware. There's product strategies, the pricing, the place, and the promotion strategies are not sufficient for bank marketing. That's where we brought in extended tools like people element, physical evidence, and the banking or financial services are service marketing. We call it service marketing because those are intangible activities. So some certain things customers can't see, but they can feel it. But they can, before purchase, they can't test it. When customers buy a product, they can always test it and buy it. But when they select a banker, it's very difficult to test until you experience after some time. So before purchase, the things that cannot be tested or felt or understood before purchase are mostly intangible things. But tangible products, like anything that can be touched and felt, maybe electronic equipment or a pen or a cell phone or whatever. Those are called tangible products. And banking, things like banking, hospitality, hospital service, health services, medical services, education services are more of intangible, where you need where 4 P's are not sufficient, which are called traditional 4 P's, and we need to add another 3 elements, which are called people, physical evidence, and processes. So this is the marketing mix for services, which we call extended marketing mix. Remember, traditional marketing mix is 4 P's. That is product, price, place, and promotion. When we add processes, people, and physical evidence, that's called extended marketing mix. So what do you look at in product terms? What are the product strategies? Basically, what skills do I have to provide a service product? What is the market need? What is my product? Basically, in your product strategies, you will look at the product itself. If it is a service, we need to say, if you are say in a bank, a loan can be a product. Loan is a product, of course, right? What skills do I have to provide a loan facility? Because the trained staff, skilled staff is a must. So market needs, so they need loan products that are very easy to use or obtain. And what are the type of loans that I have? So like that, you will have to understand various elements in the product itself. The product for banking product can be the skills required, the training, the different type of products, and what type of products the customers need. All those will have to be looked at when you design your product strategy. Take pricing. What is the value of my product? Well, how should I price my product? What is the price? So you have to set the price, and how do you price it? Because pricing a service is very, very difficult. It's not like say it's a product. There's a manufacturing cost that can be used easily, but how to price a loan. Okay, funding cost is only one element. There are other costs: the staff cost, the documentation, the time cost. All that is involved because it's a process that will have to be priced. What is the value of my product? How much value a customer will give to your product? Say, for example, if we price our housing loan at 11% today, will customer buy it? So you have to be careful there also, because pricing is a very strategic process. If you have a high cost, you can't give a high price also, because customer will not buy it from you. Customer will go to some other bank which offers a housing loan at a lower price. So we learn how the pricing strategies as to how we could price effectively. Take place. Place means the delivery aspect. Where should customers purchase my product? How do customers purchase? That means, so we have to make the product available. Say banks have many branches. Say, for example, one bank in Sri Lanka may have, say, 700, 800 branches. Some state banks have. So they have a fairly wider delivery network to distribute their product so that customers can easily access those 700 branches or 800 branches and obtain their services. Promotions are basically basically your advertising or communication. There are many advertising channels that we will discuss. Then comes what type of message that we need to communicate, and what type of sales promotion. For sales promotions also part of advertising to incentivize or persuade customers to buy from us. So all those are key things that is covered in the promotion strategy. People, why should we hire? Or who should we hire? How should our people act? So our recruitment policy, our training policy, and who are the people we are going to hire, and how to motivate these people to provide good service, how to change our staff behavior. All those matters are discussed under people strategies. Processes. How do we carry out our day-to-day operations? So basically, how to the processes includes our delivery of service to the customer, the time taken to give a facility or loan facility, time taken to open a current account or savings account, and whether we can consistently make sure that customers can be given a facility during a certain period of time. Say, for example, today one customer comes and he is able to cash a check within 2 minutes. Another busy day, he will have to wait 10 minutes to cash a check. Is it consistent? No. So consistent service means you will have to tell the customer, we will give you this facility within the agreed, within a reasonably efficient time period. Say, for example, one example, Pizza Hut says within, say, 40 minutes we will deliver you a food. So they are keeping their word. because they have to keep, because once they have promised that they deliver it within 40 minutes or 45 minutes, they will have to deliver it. Otherwise, what will happen? The customers will be unhappy. So processes will have to be therefore standardized to make sure that you deliver the product, deliver the service within the promised time or the agreed time. The physical evidence is what? Physical evidence is what should the environment be? You know, the environment. So when you go to a hospital, if the hospital is not very clean, very untidy, and broken equipments, what do you feel? Even before you do your test or whatever, you feel upset, because you have seen the environment, the outer, the tangibles are very poorly maintained. So the physical evidence is, now if you go to a hotel, if the hotel is not properly clean, properly looking fresh and tidy, do you feel to eat there? No. When you go to KFC or McDonald's, because you are really happy with the surrounding, the environment. It's kept clean, well maintained, outlets, uniform staff, present staff. All that will help you to make a good impression about your service to customers. Okay, so let me stop there for a while, and okay, someone is trying to, yes. Okay, still 31 people are okay, 32 people, right? Okay, so are we okay? So far, I need your response. So I have run through quickly. I'm sorry about it, but I'm just running through it. Don't worry. We'll be discussing these concepts and principles in detail as we go. How far are we okay? Can you what I have said? Are you clear on that? Is there any questions? If you have any questions, you can share it in the chat. Hello, are you okay? Or can we proceed? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Very good. So far, yes, yes. Don't just say yes to please me. If you have any question, or any not clear anything, please. Because I see a lot of students who have some knowledge about marketing is in the class. That is very good. That makes my effort easy. So only 4 or 5 people, about 6 people, 7 people replied. Some more to come. There are 32. Until at least 20 people respond, I don't proceed. Okay. So please give your response for me to proceed. Thank you, Pradeep. Yes, he says yes. Pradeep Chandrasena, yes. Yes, yes. Erandi, yes. Chamali, very good. Right, some more. Rohan Fernando, yes. Thank you. Please encourage me to proceed, because I don't know whether you are with me or not. Unless you, because I really like to see your faces, but sadly it's not possible. And Fernando has responded, yes. Travel, yes. Yes. Indika, thank you. Please, some more. At least another 5. Indika, Damita, Asun Mali, yes. Some more, another 2 at least. proceed. Nilanka, yes, thank you. Charlika, right. So thank you. I think more than 25 people responded. Thank you very much. So let me, so since we have, okay, let's get back to what, so what I was talking about in the last few minutes, starting from this definition, the marketing definition. Please remember by heart this: marketing is a management process that achieves organizational objectives for profit through satisfaction of customers or customer needs rather in efficient. So these words are keywords because you need to satisfy your customer and make profit in an efficient, integrated, and socially responsible manner. And then we went into other definition of marketing, and then we discussed about the marketing management process, and then we remember. I want you to remember these 5 steps. Where are we now? Where do you by heart these steps? Where are we now? This is very important for your day-to-day management activities as well. Before you start anything, you must ask the question. Before you get anywhere, where are we now? That is the first question that you must ask. Where are we now? Where do you want to be? What way is the best to get there? And how do we get there? And how do we make sure that we go there? And then we also emphasize the necessity of marketing management and marketing planning, and we went through some marketing mix elements. We will be studying these elements in detail, but these elements are very important elements in our marketing strategy, because to implement anything effectively, you need to use these 7 P's in your real life. Try to relate what you are doing in your bank at the moment. Isn't the products are key things, and the pricing that you set are the key things, and your distribution mechanism, the branches, the online channels, all that, sales force, the promotion that you do. Maybe mostly these days you'll be doing promotions through online channels like or social media. Digitalized channels are being used. Then your staff, workforce, the people, the channel, the processes that you be again digitalizing or automating your processes to make sure that you deliver fast your customer for your customer satisfaction. And physical evidence to create a good environment, impressive environment. You know how banks have been bank buildings, starting from the buildings, car parks, bank vehicles, all those are physical evidence. The furniture, the lobby, all those are physical evidence that you need to be mindful. So that's it. So let me take it back to a practical scenario. A moment. You would have got this. Yeah. You got the route, and this is on. This actually this particular thing is a story that I thought very appropriate for you all to discuss with you all at the beginning of our program, because to me this story aligns with our marketing management or the marketing process very closely. How a company practically use the marketing concepts to sell their product in a very effective and efficient manner. So we'll run through this story because it's a very interesting story. I would say the marketing is in real action in this story. This is a true story which happened a few years before, maybe still happening in this company, as to how they the story says as to how this company creates customer satisfaction or create customer relationship management or achieve the customer service excellence. And with what I have said at the beginning over the last few minutes, with using those few slides, I think you can understand this better. Give me a second. Yes. So it's about customer relationship management, achieving service excellence. Are you achieving excellence in marketing in your organization and your product portfolio? Is your gap analysis revealing anything? Is the industry you compete attractive, operate attractive? No matter what the answers are, this presentation will certainly add value to your corporate and marketing efforts if adapted. Let's forget theory, the science and philosophy of marketing, and look at how human beings who have needs react to fulfill them. I told you at the beginning, because we are dealing with human beings, whether it is banking or hospitality service or medical service, education, or any service, we are dealing with human beings. So daily we have interactions with human beings. So let's see how the story begins. Henry and Mary, a middle-aged couple with two grown-up kids, decided that they would purchase another washing machine. They will give the new one to the kids. So they want to buy. This is actually tangible product marketing story, but it can be related to our service marketing as well. So they want to buy a washing machine basically, and there are many options. The brand they already own has been satisfactory, but when it came to repairs, the service was very poor and often resulted in piles of unwashed clothes for days. Hence, the brand they presently own was not considered. The present brand they were using, they were not very happy. They didn't want to buy it again. They want to buy something else. The other brands had top of mind recall, Logi and Pio. So they heard in the market there are two other brands of washing machines. Logi was often advertised in the newspapers and television, and it appeared to them that this brand was targeting an affluent market segment. Their perception of this brand was that it offered more features and was the product leader or technological leader. Also suggested that brand was more expensive than others. So the first brand, the Logi, is targeting the high-end customers according to what they felt. But they were technically or technology-wise advanced product. Then the second, the PO2 advertised in the media, but also sent frequent direct mail attached to their credit card invoices, offering easy payment terms and discounts. So they heard of PO as well. They have got it through when they get the credit card statements monthly from the banks about the product brochures they would have got. To Henry and Mary, this company appeared to be middle class friendly, and the general perception was that it was an easier product to buy and was customer intimate. Customer intimate, or the meaning of customer intimate, the customer intimacy is being very close to the customer, right? Customer intimacy is being close to the customer. As they promised, Better service with minimum downtime, promising quick attention and replacement in case of any hiccup. PO had a distinctive competitive advantage over Logi in the circumstance. So according to what they heard, they felt PO had a distinctive competitive advantage over the Logi. So then the buying process. The couple decided to visit the showrooms of the two suppliers. When they arrived at Logi, they had difficulty in parking and no one was there to welcome them and had to wait a while for a salesperson to attend to them. See, even the first impression was not very good. Car park is difficult to park, and they had to wait a while until salesperson come. You know, the reception itself was not very welcome, and that creates a bad impression of the customers. They had no easy payment schemes or any assurance of backup service. In case of breakdown, they were told that machine would have to be brought to the workshop, but they assured that it was most advanced and had many features than any other in the market. The experience was anyway not fulfilling. You know, they had a lot of limitations again. You know, the first impression was not very good. Again, they said there's no backup service if there's a breakdown. They have to take it to the customer service outlet, and so according to what they heard, it's not very convincing. Then they set out to visit PO. As they drove up to the car park, a uniform parking, it should be parking guy, right? Uniform parking assistant came to their assistance and opened the door for Marian, greeted them warmly. At the entrance, the well-attired doorman greeted them and ushered them in a well-appointed showroom, and in seconds, a salesperson, smartly dressed in corporate colors, came to attend to them. They were asked questions about their need and application and were offered a model that was most appropriate for their particular use, offering a choice of colors. So see the difference. So as they drove up to the car park, the car park assistant was helpful, and a doorman was greeting them warmly, and then immediately sales team guy came, and they look more professional, isn't it, than the previous brand. So they were told they have installment plan. The previous people didn't have installment plan or monthly installment payment plan, but they told they have an installment plan. If they were interested and if they paid cash, they will get a discount. See the options they are given. You can pay cash and get a discount, or you can pay that in installments. This story, maybe looking in today's context, is not very very advanced, but this particular story happened about 15 years before, right? So this happened about 15 years before. So even 15 years before, they had installment plan in that company, and for cash purchase, they had discount schemes. They promised delivery before the end of the day with a technician who will come and install the commission the machine. As all this was happening, another attendant served 2 Tetra pack of fruit juice. See how the customer care been happening there, right? As they were selecting the brand or the product, they were served with 2 packs of fruit juice. They were told if they were not satisfied within the next 3 days, they will take it back, refund the money, or replace with another model. See how flexible they are. If the customer is not happy, the first 3 days they will take it back, refund the money or replace with another model. Very much customer friendly and customer oriented. They have also assured after sales service in the event any problem, they could come to them and give a replacement on loan until theirs was attended. To say if the machine is broken, they will give a replacement machine until your one is repaired. And they gave a list of customers from whom any reference can be made and offered to call any one of them at the very moment to verify. Now see, there are some satisfied customers who will endorse this product. So they had a list of already satisfied customers, and they wanted Henry and Mary to even cross-check with them. You know, the buying decision. Henry and Mary looked at each other questioningly. What is more? But is this credible? Certainly better than the other brand miles. They pondered, and the decision was made and paper signed. They requested the machine to be sent before the children came home so that they will be given a surprise. No problem, assured. The manager came over and thanked them for the purchase and gets all personal details from them, their name, address, profession, place of work, birthdays, and other details of family members. You know why they are getting these details? To build a database and cross-sell their future products to these customers. This marketing in action. After sales service, relationship building. The sound of a vehicle brought Mary to the door and was greeted by the sight of a neat delivery van. So, you know, this neat delivery van is a corporate physical evidence, right? Then two men carrying the washing machine packed securely greeted her. They were in their corporate attire, corporate or uniform, had an aura of confidence in them. Expertly, they went about their job, installing, commissioning, explaining the machine. The machine got home. Sorry, the children got home and were overjoyed with the new machine, which they promised their parents to look after. They found that simple literature had been left behind for them to figure out the various operational modes. Telephone numbers were given in case of emergency. They also found an insurance policy which covered the machine for a period of 1 year. The family had never come across this before. See, so they had installed the machine, they are given a manual, they are given telephone number if there are any problem with the machine to call for help, and also insurance policy covering any damage or anything. So family had never come across this before. On the fourth day, the manager called to check whether they were satisfied or wished to return it, honoring their commitment of return if not satisfied. See how they have gone into that detail. So they said no, within 3 days, if you're not happy, you will get paid, you refund the money or replace the machine. So manager, fourth day called to check that. 2 weeks passed, the machine was working well. Notwithstanding, they received a call from the manager inquiring about the machine and assuring the service if and when ever needed. See, so after sales service, he said the best. They're calling and asking whether the customer is happy with the machine or anything to be done. The family was so happy with the purchase. They started to talk about it to their friends and generally praised the product and the branch from where they purchased the machine. You know, when a happy customer, what the benefit that will get is they will tell others. So Henry and Mary is now talking about this brand or this company to their friends. So they are doing marketing for us. They are doing communications for us. They are doing advertising for us. So when you have good set of happy customers, that's the benefit. On the 4th week, the letter arrives thanking them for the purchase and enclosing 4 tickets for a buffet dinner at a nearby Chinese restaurant. The family was ecstatic. They couldn't believe all this. Now after few weeks or so, they received a complimentary dinner ticket. See, the story. Now sometimes even I can't believe this happening in Sri Lanka. So then came the cross-selling part. A few days later, they received by post a catalog of all the products that company had for sale. So now they are cross-selling. This included several household goods, some of which were needed by them. Now it was a microwave. This time there was no question of checking from various places, and Mary decided to call them. They asked many questions on the types, the models, colors. The branch then within hours trained a machine even to match the color of the pantry, and payment by credit card collected, installed and commissioned. That night, the family enjoyed the dinner done on the microwave, new microwave. So the second product, no questions, because they're already loyal customers. Few weeks passed. The family received 4 complimentary tickets to a musical show held in the city. Frequent calls from the manager as to how they were and how the machines were performing continued. So then you forget the particular outlet had been calling the customer whether the machines are in order, are they happy with them, and time to time they were getting complimentary tickets for various events, musical events as well. However, a few months later, an unfortunate disaster took place. It was lightning with heavy rain, and the children had forgotten to remove the plug of the washing machine, and it was damaged. Mary called the branch in the morning, and within hours, the repairman came over, inspected the damage, and said they had to take it to the working for repairs. But don't worry, we are giving a replacement till we bring it back. They are keeping the promise of giving a replacement machine in case of breakdown. That's where this company always keep their promises. They are delivering their promises. That's the beauty of it. A few days later, they brought the machine back, and when Mary inquired as to how much it cost, they said it cost nothing, as they claimed it from insurance. See how beautiful the story is. So even the machine repair cost has been claimed through the insurance. So no damage to no cost to the family. Mary and her family will never ever want to change from this supplier, no matter how good another product would be. They are advocates of this brand naturally. That's the above case demonstrates the process of achieving excellence for an organization and its product portfolio in developing the total value proposition by providing superior value and identifying, creating, sustaining profitable customers. So this company is doing everything that is learned in marketing. So they have targeted these customers, and they are providing the value to the customer. And not only that, they are identifying and creating, sustaining these profitable customers. So this is marketing in action with a strong focus on customer relationship management and key account management. To the branch, this customer is a key account, and the management team manages. Now in the banks also we have account relationship managers who will be looking after our key accounts. The manager of this branch handles 33 households of customers or customers is deputy around the same number, and there are 5 sales executives attached to the branch covering demarcated areas within the territory allocated to the branch. This branch manager covers about 33 key customers, and his deputy another 33, and another 5 sales guys covering the balance customers in the area. That's real marketing. Role of marketing. Let's now analyze the role of marketing in this in all these tactics. To analyze this, we need to refresh ourselves of the marketing process. We now remember the process. Where are we now? Information and analysis. Marketing objectives. Where do you want to be? What is the best way? How do we implement that best options? And evaluation and control. So that's the process. The marketing process is a common of a company drives it to reduce the total. To produce the total value proposition and identify, create and sustain profitable customers by providing superior value. We not only have to attract customers, but the important thing is through marketing we should sustain our profitable customers by providing superior value. To achieve excellence means to create profitable lifelong customers. Today, customer lifetime value is a key concern, and not a lot of effort is directed to sustain, then find new customers, and also to grow customers so that they will buy the company's entire portfolio eventually and become a lifetime partner of the company. So let's see the processes that they adopted. Collecting, analyzing, and tabulating invaluable information of the macro environment, task environment, company environment, and the company's prospects are marketing information. So we need a lot of information, right, about the macro and micro environment. Without these inputs, company could not have known what they should do to win Henry and Mary completely as loyal customers. They have done their analysis. They know the type of customers, their behavior, their social background, their financial and their needs and wants. So they have done their homework by analyzing the customer requirements and the marketing in the particular marketing environment. Marketing strategy. Determine the company's mission, goals, and objectives, segment in the market, targeting market segments, and positioning products to satisfy those market segments. Profitably and organization's marketing strategy that we discussed. The company PO had a clear segmentation policy based on demographic segmentation and targeting the middle class. So under demographic segmentation, they are targeting middle income or middle class segment. It also had a clear positioning strategy based on being customer intimate. You remember that I said customer intimacies, they are very close to the customer as an excellent service provider, and its mission and objectives were woven around the concept of being customer friendly company. Marketing tactics. Once the heart of the marketing process, which is positioning, is determined, the next stage is to deliver the positioning. To achieve the marketing tactics, the marketing mix is used there. So this is what now. So implement your marketing process, you need marketing mix elements that we discussed a while ago. See their product strategy. In the above case, the product was customer friendly, and they want to offer a customer friendly product, and even had suitable colors, type of options for younger users, right? The price, the ability to buy depends on price, and the company had easy payment scheme in place. Customers, the price also very important. Price has to be reasonable. At the same time, price, they should be able to pay it without difficulty. So they have offered easy payment. The balance, the place, the branches were strategically located in cities that had clusters of dwelling houses and providing easy access. So they had the company had branches in strategically located areas, and customers can have easy access to them. Promote direct mail. They've been doing direct mails. Other media and support delivered positioning of the brand to entry mailing. So they are marketing the various things they did. Direct mails and media, various leaflets, campaigns, catalogs, all that they did, and also various offers they made, free tickets and all that. So they were able to motivate the customer to buy further from the particular brand. People, the security guard, they create impressions. Even our security guards in our banks, they create impression in our customers. So they are the security guards are the people they meet first when they come to bank. The doorman, again, maybe security guard in banks. The salesman, these are counter staff or the people in the lobby. The servicemen and the managers has had their professional training and continuous professional development training. Processes, the demonstration, how the product was demonstrated to the customer, the selling process, the billing, delivery process, the installation and the commissioning and the after sales service, where the replacement was given, a frequent call to find how the machine was functioning, and the service visits and proved an excellent process of selling and after sales. The after sales service is the thing that I really like. They keep calling the customer, they keep asking many issues, making the customer very comfortable. That's the beauty of their after sales service. They didn't stop by just selling the customer the product, but also continued sustainable after sale service. Physical evidence, the car park. In our banks, car park is one physical evidence, neatly kept car park. The internal display and ambience, which is inside the customer lobby. The delivery in a neat van, again physical evidence. All provided evidence of a customer-friendly professional organization that Henry and Mary can rely on through their life. Marketing controls. The branch has a strong strategic marketing plan, which they prepare for 2 years, but continue to review periodically and update it each financial year. So they are not just doing this. Remember, they have a very good marketing plan. So they are doing everything which are recorded there in a planned manner. They are doing it consciously. Remember, they are not just doing it. They are all plan it before and they are implementing it according to the plan to attract, sustain, and create more and more loyal, profitable customers for the company. Conclusion, marketing is a common sense thing. We remember the clever house-to-house vendors who came selling vegetables, fish, thorambal, etc., who unknowingly practiced the core principles of marketing and enjoyed the long-term customer relationships. The problem today is that one cannot find that humble salesman of companies that serve customers with such commitment and empathy. Remember the marketing is common sense. Why common sense? Common sense is the humanistic approach we need to take. So marketing is about how you satisfy human beings. But as a common man, you know how you act in common sense. So remember, to be a good marketing guy, you need to be a good-hearted guy, and to be a person who understands others' feelings, who is empathetic and committed to serve the customer. And humble sales person can really win in this case. So that's the end of the story, right? How do you like it? Actually, I really like this because I took this, must tell you, from a newspaper a long time before, and I changed a little bit here and there to suit our thing. But I would say about 95% was the original article that was in the papers about 15 years before. That really touched my feelings because there are certain companies practicing marketing and doing marketing in real life so well and so well planned manner. Right. So what do you, sorry, so somebody has raised, Chamar Linigi has raised a hand. Sorry. Chamar, you can talk. Do you have any question? Hello. Or you can SMS. Hello. Do you like the story? Say yes or no. 30 people online. Hello. Do you think the story is useful? Yeah. YM says yes. Do you like the story? Yes or no? Yes. Is it real? Is it practical? Yes. Gainipera, yes. Darketiarachi. Yes. Amali, very good responses. Chitravale. Amali, yes. Very much, yes. Practical, yes. Yeah, I like that answer. Practical, yes. Shalini, yes. Shalika, Udayangani, yes. You think, okay, you think this can be, you can relate this to our banking as well, to a great extent? Yes. So, say take example, when you give a loan to a customer, think like this, do we do any follow-up? Say you are given, say, housing loan to a customer, and you know the customer has taken the loan and build the house. You can even ask the customer, oh, Mr. So-and-so, you took a loan, have you build the house? Are you inviting for the house warming ceremony? Even it doesn't do it doesn't matter, but so because that will make the customer more attached to you, because you are not only given the loan, but also you have rechecked with the customer, followed up with the customer, whether the customer has completed the job, or even if the customer has halfway finished the job. You know, in today's context, housing loan, even a customer has taken the loan, he may have not been able to complete it. Then what should you do? Then you must ask the customer, Mr. So-and-so, you okay, there's little work to be done. Do you need any additional loan? Or how may we help you? Maybe that type of close relationship with the customer will really take you a long way. Don't you think so? Even a customer has taken a loan from your loan or lease to buy a car, you can ask, are you bought the car? Are you happy with the car? Are you taking us for a ride? Just jokingly you can ask. So that will make customer more close to you, because they know that you mean it. When you ask questions, just giving money is not a problem. Anyone can do that, but maintaining and following up with the customer and keeping that sustainable relationship is very important. And also you must now see how these 7 P's in action, from the product to the pricing options, then the delivery, the branches they had in strategic locations. Because for large banks like yours, I think this the delivery channels are not a big issue. But today you have delivery channels, your branches, your online channels, digital banking channels. The customers have many ways to access you. You're accessible. But there are other things that maybe your product need to be refined, whether the products are customer friendly, whether your processes are customer friendly, whether they are customer oriented, right? Maybe the communication that you do maybe not effective. Maybe your digital advertising that you do maybe through your social media channels today or these days. So these are little things. The physical evidence. Remember how your car park, how your security guards treating the customers. So sometimes, you know, I once heard one customer told me, Matya, I don't go to that bank because one reason, I don't like the security guard. You know, that one security guard, total outside person to you, your workforce, your branch staff, can break customer service. So be mindful about the car park, how the service that is provided by the security people, whether the customers are directed properly in the lobby. Forget about giving them drinks or whatever, or at least whether you can keep a water dispenser in the lobby. Sometimes customer maybe during daytime they must be thirsty. So this is where you be empathetic about the customer. Your ability to understand what customers feel. So a lot of our bankers have not developed that quality in them. I'm telling you with my experience. You have to be empathetic always about the customers. You have to feel how they feel. Another word, you step into their shoes and feel. You step into their shoes and think the way they think. So that's called empathy. So then our customer service can be really improved. If everyone has that empathetic approach to customer service can be really improved. Right. So that's what I want to share with you in the by narrating this story. Okay. So time is 10:15. Shall we take a little break? Do you like to take 10 minutes break? Yes or no? If you say no, we'll continue. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Anyone else? Only 2 people have said yes. Another 2-3 people must say yes.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. But now time is 10:17. I'll take about 10 minutes. Right. Thank you. We'll meet at 10:30. Okay. 7 people are there. Right. In the morning, you all said you'll have a different exposure to marketing education, and I would like to check with you all what are your working places. Anyone from? Okay, we'll start from Bank of Ceylon. Bankers to the nation. What is your logo now? Or what is your logo? The tagline. Just say your bank. Just indicate your bank in the chat and check how many state bankers in the program. You can start. Somebody can start. Just say BOC. Shalini, yes. BOC. Laknath, BOC. Good. Anuradha, Nadishani, Indika Bandar, NTB, and Gayani, BOC. Yes. RDB, good. Sanjeev Bandara, BOC, Chamali. Yes, NDB, Nissan Sala, yes. NSB also, yes. Chaturanga, NSB, RDB. Yes, any more? Any private sector, any other private commercial bank? Yeah, Dhanuka, Tiarachi, HNB, Pan Asia, anyone? Anybody else? Any other, or any students or RDB? Any university people? RDB, Chamara, BOC? The quite a lot from BOC. All 27 replied. Done. Okay. So let me yes. Okay. In 2-3 words, say just I want all of you to answer. What do you really want from this program, other than passing the passing the exam, right? That is okay. Primary objective and getting the diploma or postgraduate diploma. Other than passing the postgraduate diploma, just in 2-3 words, just summarize what you really want from this program, please, so that I want to really know additional knowledge. Very good. Updating knowledge. Yes. Komudika says updating knowledge. Okay. 2 people have said. Yeah. Very good. Some more. Another 25 people to answer. Other than getting a postgraduate diploma, what do you really want to know, or really want from this program? What are your objectives of this program? Like organizations have objectives to provide superior customer service and retain customers, lifelong customers. For everything that you do, there has to be an objective. There has to be a goal. Say, updating knowledge. Don't repeat the same thing. Go forward in the banking career. Very good. Very good. Laknath says, yeah, I like that. Job development, yes. Getting, maybe getting promoted, yes. Yeah. To get promoted and gain more knowledge in banking, yes, very good. Nisansala. Yeah. Anything else? I'm looking for an answer actually, which I had as an objective when I studied marketing and both banking 30-40 years before. Even the time you are not even born, I think, some of you all. I'm waiting for that kind of answer. I had very clear objective when I studied banking and marketing. Very simple objective, not very broad one, but I was able to realize that. So just because of I am saying that, don't change your objective, but I'm just looking for that kind of objective. Most of the people have said gaining knowledge, yes, career development. Anything else? Think little broader, or I don't know whether it's appropriate for you all. Some more to come. Only 6-7 people said they are. Others have no objective other than passing the exam. Please don't do that. Just passing the exam is nothing, because last 2-3 weeks I was marking your answer scripts. The last batch, I donated a lot of marks because I want you all to get through it. Maybe very few people will come down in the exam, because marketing subject I give marks anyway, because I look at the effort, and but there are few people I realize that they have not put any effort, so I feel sorry for them, so I couldn't do anything. And since I'm fresh about what do you call, correcting the answer scripts, I must tell you one thing, there were horrible handwriting. I mean, there were two, three answer scripts, terrible. You can't read at all. I don't know how these people have passed the previous exams. So I had to look at some words and give marks. None of the things they have said cannot be read. Terrible handwriting. Don't do that. Some other will do some do some copywriting, and that is not only for marketing, for any subject. You can't lecturer can't see what you have read. I mean, this first time I have read seen those type of handwriting from bankers. Can't read at all. And also a lot of answers are very lengthy, some answers. Amali, yes. Madhurapperum is developing customer service, very good. I like that. You want to be a good customer service provider. It's a very good intention, very good objective. Quickly, we are running time. I want that in other 10 answers. But I don't want any students only to pass the exam, because you have to use this learning in your real life, please. Then only you are getting the real benefit of this program, because this program is really worth if you really are serious. Being a knowledgeable banker, yes. Pradeep Chandrasen, yes. Yep. Quickly, 1 or 2 minutes until others join. We have 26 people join or 29, rather 26 years. Objectives, no other objectives, only to pass exam, mostly. Hello? Chaturang, extra knowledge, yes, good. Rohan Fernando. Okay. Okay. Anything else? Any other objective? Right. Okay. I will tell you my objective when I studied marketing and banking, and I'll start the program. My objective when I started at the initial stage, the beginning, when I started learning banking and marketing both, I want to become a lecturer of banking and marketing. The advantage I had when I had such an objective was I used to learn seriously, because I knew one day I had to teach back what I learned. So then you tend to seriously understand what lecturer said. Every word lecturer said, I was to remember. I could remember. I took notes whenever lecturer quote an example or any other practical experience, or that I wrote in the notebook, so that I know I can repeat some of these, make use of some of those examples or the case stories in my teaching career. So and the advantage I had was when you learn to teach, it has a lot of benefit, lot of advantages, because you, as I said, you learn seriously, and you if you have any issue, you will try to clarify with the lecturer, and you can argue and disagree. So all that is there. Then by doing that, you will broaden your knowledge quickly as we go. So after I finish my banking, I could finish banking in quite a quick time, and even marketing, because I had that intention. So everything that I studied was done with a lot of enthusiasm and interest, because I know that learning I'm going to use in a future date to my advantage. So so that was I expected some objective like that. But there may be some students who still want to become a lecturer at IBSL in a later date. Please have that kind of objective in your professional life, not only to get promotions. Those things will eventually come, broaden knowledge. But what about sharing the knowledge to the others? That is very important, because otherwise you'll just have some knowledge and you will die without sharing it to anybody. So it has no value. Because today I can happily die because I have shared a lot of things that I have learned in my life, whether it is banking or management or marketing. I have done that in my bank as well, at HNB, and subsequently at HNB Finance, and also at SLIM and at Aquinas College, and then IBSL. So at different levels, teaching has helped me to share the knowledge. That's a great objective. Then you can work on it and build to become a person with knowledge who can share it to the younger generation when it comes. Okay, so that's my message to you. Please have a broad objective like that in your life. Passing exam and getting promotion is one thing, but there are many other things in life that you can be really happy. Okay, so this is what we have been, we stopped at this point. Marketing mix. I want you to remember these 7 P's very, very seriously, because these are going to help you out in your real life as well. To execute any marketing strategy or any marketing program, you have to focus these 7 P's very carefully. Whether you work as an executive, whether you work as a manager or a area manager or a regional manager or a AGM, DGM, whenever you work in a business division, these products or these elements are very, very useful, and you practically be using this every day as a business manager. Right? So 7 P's: product, price, place, promotion, people, process, and physical evidence. Every P, because why we call it a mix? Because it is blended. It has to be blended. Only because product is not at all be effective without because you have a best product, but you don't promote it. People won't know it, and people have no access to it, right? And say your bank has superior loan product, but if you don't communicate it to the marketplace, no one will know. Then how could the product be making money? It won't be possible, and it has to be priced rightly. Don't you think so? Because you have a loan product, but you have to make profit out of that loan product. So pricing is also key. So when you have a product, you have to communicate it or promote it. It has to be accessible to the customers. It has to be priced strategically to make sure your costs are covered and you keep a margin. And loan, the process, whether loan can be obtained within a day or 2 or 3 or a week, that process you'll have to look at, because customers will compare your process time with the other competitors. So if you don't have a good competitive processing time. If, say, for example, if your housing loan takes 1 week, whereas another bank offer that in 3 days, what will happen? Your process is poor or slow, then other bank will get your business. Then what about the people, the loan officers, whether they have sufficient knowledge to explain to the customers, whether they can structure the facility according to customers' cash flows, and all that, whether they are friendly and helpful to the customers during the process of obtaining the facility, whether they are able to retain the customers and cross-sell the products to the customers in the future date. So all those are very crucial. And the physical evidence, your bank, when the customer come to the bank, whether the customer become customer feel impressed or feel comfortable, and the tangibles, the car park and the lobby and the direction inside the office is customer friendly, easy to follow. Whether the furniture you're building, the inside interior is clean, tidy, and looking professional, whether staff is looking professional or whether they are looking unprofessional. All those are physical evidence. Remember, not only the buildings, not only the furniture and the fittings and the equipment, even the staff. That is why some banks have their staff uniforms so that they look more professional and there's a uniformity. And these things matter. So, especially when it comes to service marketing, as I said, the physical evidence, the people and the processes are really adding value to the marketing strategy, in addition to the 4 traditional P's. So if you are really thorough in this 4 or 7 P's action or execution plan, you can effectively run your program. Any marketing program, any promotion program, or any marketing strategy can be implemented if you are really mindful about these 7 elements and you know thoroughly what these elements are. Okay, are we clear on that? I think this I as explained, right? So then, understanding the marketplace, we are going back to the definition: need, wants, and demands. Need. What is a need? We now say that we feel it's a state of deprivation. We feel thirsty. We feel hungry. So it's a need. Wants. What is because wants is a specific need, the form of needs as shaped by culture and India. When you are hungry, some people eat rice, some people want to eat rice, other person might want to eat spaghetti or kottu. So those are called wants. Those are needs are basic deprivations. The needs are specific. Wants are specific needs depending on your personality or your other cultural and social backgrounds, right? So your wants are driven by those basic backgrounds such as culture and social and economic being other background that will, because the person who will have a rich guy will go to when the person is hungry, go to a high-end restaurant, whereas a normal person, a poor person, will go to a boutique or nearby small hotel to eat food. Your economic, cultural, and all those background will matter when your wants are shaped and reshaped. Demands, wants which are backed by buying power. Okay, how a demand is created. Demand is created when there's a willingness to buy and able to buy. Now remember, say if there's a demand. Now, so say there's a Mercedes car. Mercedes car. How do we say there's a demand for Mercedes car? To have a demand for the Mercedes car, there has to be a person who are willing to buy the Mercedes car and also who has the buying power. So there may be a lot of people who want to buy a Mercedes, but they don't have buying power. Then there's no demand because they can't buy. But to have a demand, there should be a buying power plus willingness to buy. So remember, make clear of that. So demands are not just created; it's created through buying power and the willingness to buy. Marketing offers combination of products, services, information, or experience that satisfy the need of one. Offer may include services. So these are basic terms that that you should know. Value. Customers form expectations regarding value. Marketers must deliver value to when we pay a price. Now say when you pay a price for a phone, don't you expect some value? Value in the form of performance, value in the form of durability, value in the form of prestige, value in the form of many other things. Easy to use kind of thing, social acceptance of the product that you buy. So all that creates value. So you expect that value to come from the price that you pay. Satisfaction. A satisfied customer will buy again and tell others about their good experience. That's what that happened in the story. The satisfaction you create is providing value for the price the customer pay. Are you clear on that? Satisfaction is created when customer feels happy and customer feels he or she got the money, got the value for the price they have paid. Clear? Exchange, the act of obtaining desired object from someone by offering something in return. So it's basically a purchasing is an exchange. You pay price and get value. The relationships are built through delivering value and satisfaction. Yes, as we saw that in the particular story that we read. So Henry and Mary got a lot of value from the particular company, and because the company could deliver value and create satisfaction. Market, set of actual and potential buyers of a product. Marketers seek buyers that are profitable. Right? Okay. Marketing management is the art and science of choosing target markets and building profitable relationship with them. This definition must include answers to two questions. What customers will we serve? How can we serve these customers best? So that's what we been learning over the last few hours. Okay. Before these marketing concepts, I said marketing concepts came into banking, rather the Sri Lankan business about say 30-40 years before. Before banking sector, marketing came to tangible products sector, say FMCG. They had the marketing concepts long time before than bankers using marketing, right? So they were talking about the product or FMCG or durable product. FMCG is, you know what FMCG is? That's fast moving consumer goods. Durable goods are products that are used for a period of time, like electronic items. Say washing machine is a durable product where you use it for a period of time. FMCG, for example, a soap or toothpaste is used for a short period of time, called fast moving consumer good. So these marketing management philosophies have evolved over the years. Say last 50, 60, 70 years, marketing has evolved to become to current level. And today we are talking of societal marketing. Not only we are going beyond marketing, and now today we focus not only making profits, but also we look at we are supposed to look at, or we are forced to look at providing value to the society as well. Society includes the planet and the people out there. The entire universe is the society is comprised of the entire universe. The environment need to be protected, guarded. The companies have to make a contribution to guard the environment, support the society, the people, and the planet, both, in addition to profit. So today we are talking of people, planet, and profit. Or people, planet, profit. Previously, say about 10-15 years before, companies were only looking at the profit or profitability. Now today, it has gone into a broader concept. Not only companies will have to look at profit for their organizations, but also they have to contribute to the society, and also they must support safeguarding the planet. Why should we safeguard the planet? Because planet, if we pollute the planet, pollute the environment, we won't be able to sustain as a universe, as a law, as a world. Environment, the way the environment is destroyed, there can be a situation we cannot live, we can't breathe, because soil can be polluted, the air can be polluted, right? The forests are all destroyed, water can be polluted. Then how can we live? All of us will die, right? It'll be end of the world if you continue to destroy the environment, continue to destroy the planet, right? Why the society is important? Because we have to contribute to society, because society is maybe society is not only our customers will have to be anyway supported, but in addition to other public, there will be various communities that need support from organizations. Because that will make a country more desirable place to live, because there are organizations who are supporting the society, the people who are deprived of many things, and also they are conserving supporting to conserve or protect the environment from destruction. And so long time ago, say 70, 80 years before, or 100 years before, we were talking only about these concepts, the production, consumers. So that time the companies were thinking that consumers favor products that are available and highly affordable, so they improve production and distribution. So during you remember this World War time and First World War, that time there were a lot of companies were in the process of making or manufacturing, and the German and France, they were manufacturing countries. So the concept that time was, the philosophy the organization had was, customers want products, and they were favor products that are available, and if they can afford to buy, that's what we want to. That's what companies want to do. So what they did was they improved production processes, production lines, and the distribution for production concept. So that time there were not many manufacturers. So whoever who produced, they could sell because there was a lot of demand than supply. There were several manufacturers, a lesser number, who could continue to manufacture, look at their production processes. So that's the time you have heard of the scientific management theories, division of labor. All those concepts came in the production concept era because they were focusing on efficient production processes, scientific management, division of labor, specialization of labor. All those came in that period. The product concept. Product concept is the concept where the consumers favor products that offer the quality, performance, the design, and innovative features. So after the production concept, there came a era the consumers looking at brands, the quality of products, the designs, high performance. They even take cars. So when the Ford company had a generic car, they were concerned about only making cars. But then came a situation they started branding their car operation or car manufacturing, and they had different quality, different type of brands with different features and different level of performance. And so innovations were introduced during the product concept era. But at even that time, there was a lot of demand there because there were not enough manufacturers. So during production concept era as well as product concept era, demand was more because supply is less. So whatever they produce, whatever brands, whatever innovations they produce, they could sell easily. So then over a period of time, as time passed, there came a situation where there were quite a number of manufacturers from various countries, from Asian countries, and in addition to Europe, there were countries like Japan, China come into the picture, and having enough manufacturers and products, the supply became almost equal to or more than the demand. So then what happened? What happened when supply is more than the demand? There's a competition to sell the products. So with that competition, you need to use some selling tactics to sell, because otherwise customers won't buy. So that is how the selling concept, so selling, the marketing, various sales promotion concepts started coming, offering discounts, offering other benefits to the buyer, were introduced during this selling concept era, because all the companies were offering customers various incentives to persuade customers to buy their products. You understand? So that's how the various marketing management concepts evolved from production concept era to product concept era to selling concepts. So then came a situation, customers were fed up of sales promotions also, because they know there's a lot of hard sell activities to push them to buy. So they were not very happy. the new companies were pushing and doing hard sell or trying to do hard selling, which they didn't like because they were not happy with some products. So that's where the company started looking at more and more customer satisfied offers. So what are the customer satisfied offers? That's where you make a product to satisfy customer needs. So how do you do that? That's where you need to understand the customer needs and offer or deliver products that will satisfy their needs and wants. So that is the marketing concept. The marketing is about satisfaction of customer needs, and by doing that you make profits in an efficient, integrated and socially responsible manner. So the marketing concepts came into being because customers were anyway disappointed or fed up with hard selling efforts from the manufacturers. So manufacturer had therefore no option. They had to make products or services that will understand and satisfy customer needs and wants so that they can keep customers longer term and make sustainable profits better than the competition. So there were many suppliers or many manufacturers of services or manufacturers of products and suppliers of services, but the companies who could understand and satisfy this customer requirements better could succeed in a marketing concept era. So now we are into this and we want all the organizations to understand the customers, identify their needs and requirements and fulfill them and satisfy them, and through that you create more profitable and sustainable relationships. So societal marketing concept and the marketing concepts are hand in hand today. You need to be customer oriented and you need to be socially and environmentally focused so that you become more balanced and sustainable service provider. So I talked about not only the profit here. In today's organizations are focusing. Profit is one pillar and there are other two pillars. One is serving the society and protecting the planet. So these 3 P's concepts or 3 P's objectives, 3 P's concepts are known as triple bottom line. Triple bottom line companies are mostly we find today because even banks, banks, why banks do a lot of CSR. The banks are also now becoming triple bottom line organizations. So they not only make profit, they serve the society through various CSR activities. They conserve the environment through various CSR activities. CSR means corporate social responsibilities. So organizations will have to be more responsible as a corporate citizen by serving the society and as well as protecting the planet. So these concepts are given presented in an image form. So production is more quantity-based approach. The product quality was emphasized, and sales orientation or sales concepts are quantity, quality, and sales efforts are included. And then the marketing concepts, marketing concept era, the quantity, quality, sales effort, and customer satisfaction is focus. And today we find societal marketing, where the quantity, quality, sales effort, consumer satisfaction, and society well-being. So society well-being means supporting the society, supporting the environment, right? So on the other hand, the production era, as I said, there was a scarcity of goods. That is why whatever you produce can be sold. The product, when it came to product, from production to product era, product concept, product orientation era, there were quite a number of manufacturers, but the product quality was not good. So they had to look at the quality, focus on quality. And at the sales orientation era or sales concept era, so the supply was more and the demand was less. So you have to hard sell and push products to the customer, because there were lesser consumers and more suppliers. And then it came to marketing concept era, determination of consumer needs before production. So you produce what customers want. You don't just produce it. You understand the customer. You do some market studies and understand customer requirement and do the productions accordingly or products accordingly. And in the today's societal marketing era, society demand for producers, responsiveness, and to public welfare. Public welfare is more about protecting the planet and serving the community. So remember these concepts. Now these are most probable exam questions. So continuously your knowledge on this marketing philosophies or marketing management philosophies over the different eras have been tested. So clearly understand the features in production concept, product concept, selling and marketing, and societal marketing for your exam purposes. Selling versus marketing. These are two words that mostly people get confused. Some people think selling is marketing. Some people think marketing is about selling. So there are a few differences in these two terms. Theodore Levitt of Harvard University gave this perceptive contrast. Selling focuses on the needs of the seller. Marketing on the needs of the buyer. Just to know, selling focus on the needs of the seller. The seller will have to somehow sell it. So he doesn't mind. He has no concern about the buyer. Somehow he wants to give incentives or persuade customers to buy. Sales tactics called hard selling, trying to push products to the customer. He's not worried about whether the customer really wants that product or whether the customer is happy with that product. But marketing is about the other side, on the needs of the buyer. So marketing starts from the buyer's requirement. What do they want? And we will provide that. So that's the difference. So sales focusing on the seller, marketing focus on the buyer. Selling is preoccupied with the seller's need to convert this product into cash. That's why I said, so seller is somebody who want to cash his products. Marketing, idea of satisfying the needs of the customer. This is synergy. So marketing is about satisfying the customer needs and making profit through customer satisfaction. Right. Although sales and marketing reside in different departments in most organizations, integration between the two can help to improve overall performance in terms of revenue and profit. Sales is important because it is the bottom line. You can't sell a product without marketing. Marketing comes, why marketing comes first? Marketing is helping you to understand the customer requirement. Then you make the product according to customer requirement, and then selling will be easy. Then without marketing, selling will be difficult. That's why selling comes first. Oh, sorry, marketing comes first. So, so we have to integrate sales and marketing to make the best benefit of it. Or what you need to do is you understand the customer requirements and refine your products accordingly. And you know that by selling your customer, or customer will be able to, customer will get satisfied through buying your product. So then your selling effort will become easier than previously. So marketing concept, we try to learn it further. So marketing concept, as already described, choosing and targeting appropriate customers, positioning the offering, interacting with those customers, controlling the marketing effort, continuity of performance. So marketing is about choosing the right segments and targeting, and positioning the offering means then once you select your target segment, we will discuss this in detail. Now if you take the bank, there are certain products that you offer to certain segments. Say, for example, credit cards. Say, credit card, there are high value credit cards that you want to that you have certain high value cards appealing to high value customers or high net worth customers. And so that's called target marketing. And it's not for everyone. It's for a selected high value. We call it priority customers in banks, priority customers. So it's just a different customer segment where you have selected as high-end, high value, high spending power. I'm just giving an example. Positioning the offering means you go and create awareness about your high value credit card to that segment of people, right? And then communicate with those customers and through various methods, and continue to market your credit card base and grow your card base. So we'll be learning these segmentation methods and so on. But remember, and anyone cannot serve everyone, entire market, entire population. So we'll have to segment the market and select appropriate products to selected segments. That way, your marketing effort become very dynamic and efficient and profitable. without providing everything to everyone. You have to provide the offers selectively so that you can win the heart of those customers of those particular targeted segments. Because the segmentation is very important and useful, because then you can understand the needs of the particular segment of customers better by studying the particular segment's behavior or the profiles. Right? So that part we'll be discussing anyway further. So marketing concepts include the segmentation. Remember that segmentation, targeting, and positioning are three key activities that you need to do when you implement your marketing strategy. Societal marketing concepts, as already discussed. The societal marketing concept holds that the organization's task is to determine the needs, wants, and interests of target markets and to deliver the desired satisfaction more effectively and efficiently than competitors in a way that preserve or enhance the customers, the society's well-being. Societal marketing is customer satisfaction plus company's profit plus society's well-being. So this is what I said, the triple. Some of these slides might, this slide may be a new slide. I don't know whether I included, but don't worry. Just understand the concept here. I said today most of the companies are triple bottom line companies. So 3 P's we are talking about. What is 3 P's? Profit or people, planet, profit. People, social variables dealing with community, education, equity, social resources, health, well-being, and quality of life. So what is that? So people means the society. Now today, if you take a lot of banks, look at CSR in these areas. So they do various community projects, they help education, all the banks, right? They help health programs and improve quality of life. Maybe quality of life, how do you improve quality? Maybe providing water, drinking water, or supporting social resources like building tanks, preserving tanks and water reservoirs, and so on. Right? So these are areas that are questioned in the exam. The CSR programs of banks. So try to go through your, maybe in your website, banks communicate about these CSR activities that are carried out by the bank. You may be also involved in some of these, supporting health, supporting education, supporting culture of the country, supporting the quality of life of people, and supporting basically the people, the society, and the planet. Environmental variables relating to natural resources, water, air, quality, energy conserving, and land use. You know, planet includes 3-4 things. One is the soil, remember, right? Take a note of it. Soil is the major component in the planet. The water, then comes air, then the forest. So these are the 4 key components in the planet: the soil, water, air, and forests. You know, all these components are under attack. People pollute the water, people pollute the air, people and industries pollute the air, people and industries pollute the water, the planet, and they also pollute the soil, right? Industrial zones are adding a lot of waste and contaminated stuff to the soil. Soil is getting contaminated, and the amount of forest destruction in this country and all those are to be protected to sustain the environment. Otherwise we'll have a planet which we can't live. What will happen is, if we can't breathe pure air, what will happen? Fresh air, then we'll be dying. If we don't have water to drink, what will happen? We won't even live a few days. Without air, can we live even a few minutes? So that's where we talk about the sustainability. So if we continue to spoil, contaminate and spoil these earthly or environmentally invaluable resources, then we all are dead in a minute. Then the profit is, anyway, already we are talking about it. Economic variables dealing with the bottom line and cash flow. So triple bottom line companies they are talking about sustainability and viability and equitability and bearability. So make a note of these three components of the triple bottom line concept: people, planet, and profit. So what is the advantage of corporate social responsibility? 92% of consumers have a more positive image of companies that support social issues and environmental efforts. We have seen that a lot of companies are now rewarded as most respected companies. Even in Sri Lanka, now you have a lot of award ceremonies to reward companies who are concerned about the social matters as well as making environmental protection activities. The companies who are supporting social matters and social well-being and environmental conservation or protection. So 92% of companies have a more positive image. The CSR will help you to build your image, build your brand, have a goodwill about a good impression, good image. So image booster, which will in turn support your bottom line as well. Maybe indirectly it will support your growth as well. 63% of the public would give social responsible businesses the benefit of the doubt during a crisis. Even in a crisis, social responsible companies are given the benefit of doubt. So they will not doubt a company which is more socially responsible. But if there's a company which has no concern about social responsible activities, they will doubt the company in a case of crisis. 87% will purchase a product because a company advocated for an issue they cared about. 87% will purchase who have supported a social issue. You see how much of goodwill CSR can create. 66% of consumers are willing to pay extra to patronize companies that are committed to CSR. So even some people don't mind even paying extra for the products offered by the companies who are committed to CSR, increase in trust when a company's reputation score goes from average to excellent. So trust, it's a trust building exercise. Is more sustainable exercise. So look at your website in your banks. What type of activities a bank has done so far in relation to these areas to promote the society requirements, society support, or push society's upgrade, and to protect the environment and those aspects. So coming again that we discussed the benefits of CSR, you can run through it as you go. So most of the things we have covered here. Benefits of CSR. So you need to understand corporate social responsibility activities of an organization as and the support towards sustainability of the environment bring a lot of benefits to the organization. One example, Islamic Bank Bangladesh just spent 47% of their CSR expenditure made on humanitarian and disaster relief. Bangladesh is a country which has a lot of natural disasters. They have flood, they have mostly the flood and flood related issues. 47% of the expenditure has been on the humanitarian and disaster. Then 29% they have out of their CSR expenditure gone to education, and health 12%, sports 5%, and so on. So look at your bank CSR expenditure last year and see how is this breakdown, how much towards humanitarian or disaster relief, how much bank has spent on education. This may come in your website or in your annual report. These are important statistics that you might use in your exam answers, because there will be questions about your CSR efforts as an organization. Customer relationship management, another term that we use even in that case study we discussed in the morning. The overall process of building and maintaining profitable customer relationships by delivering superior value and satisfaction. It deals with aspect of acquiring, keeping, and growing. This CRM concept were practicing or were practiced by that company in real life. How they acquired customers by having branches in strategic locations, and then making some advertisements to attract customers to their outlets, and after customers start coming, the actions they carried out to keep and grow their customer base. That's a beautiful example, practical example as to how they did real CRM or customer relationship management. I don't know whether in the banks, although we have customer relationship officers, customer relationship managers, we have account relationship managers. I don't know whether to what extent these relationship managers or executives doing their job to the level of this particular company that we discussed in the morning. doing it. We don't know. So it's worth looking back as to how we are doing in our banks in relation to customer relationship management. So value and satisfaction is another thing that we already touched. But there's one thing that we need to know: perceived value. So what is perceived value? The customer's evaluation of the difference between benefits and costs. Customers often do not judge values and costs accurately or objectively. Perceived value is what is felt. It's about a feeling. It may be not even the right thing, but how customers felt is very critical. It is the evaluation of customer, right? So you remember the customers are human beings and they have feelings. So perceived value is their value perception, their perception about our brand or our products or our organization. Perception is how they think about it or think about us. Perception. If the perception is positive about us, then we are through. But if the perception is negative, then we are out of the business. So customer satisfaction is the product's perceived performance relative to customer expectation. Customer satisfaction comes when, how does it now? So if the customer feels that he has got the value that the person has expected, then customer is satisfied. So it's a feeling, no? The customer felt that I have got the value according to what I have expected. So my expectation has been fulfilled, or sometimes I have got value more than I expected. Our selling co is saying, no, exceeding the expectations or beyond expectations. So if you can exceed the expectation, is much better, but at least you must satisfy, you must deliver to the expectation. Exceeding the beyond expectations. Abhimatarthyan ikmawa. Right? You deliver service beyond expectations, which leads to customer delight. You call it customer delight. How does the customer get delighted? When the customer feels that he or she has got the value more than expected. So we should be trying to deliver a value even customer has not even expected. So it's to pass the expected level, beyond expectations of creating the customer delight. Customer delight leads to emotional relationships and loyalty. Customer lifetime value shows true worth value of a customer. Customer delight is customer delight, as I said, delight is you are exceeding the customer expectations. Right? That will help you to create very emotional relationship. You remember in this particular story that we narrated in the morning. So in there says that this customer, this Henry and Mary didn't want to even go to anybody, any brand, whether they are even good, because they are so emotionally attached to, they were so emotionally attached to that brand. because the customer was delighted, isn't it? Because this company did do certain things even customer didn't expect. They couldn't even imagine certain things. The things like sending dinner tickets, or what do you call, customer manager giving calls over and over and asking the feedback, getting the feedback about the machine, and sending buffet tickets. So these things are not even expected. So the company could create customer delight and thereby emotional relationships. They are become hardcore loyal customers to the company. They're called hardcore loyal. They will never go away. Even there's a problem, they will still stay with us. Even that can happen in our banks. So there you also may have customers who are hardcore loyalists because they have in their previous experience, they have been got delighted by your bank's certain actions. So to bind customer emotionally and make customer hardcore loyal to the organization is being done through creating customer delight. But remember, who is doing this? You have to do this as bankers and practicing marketing concepts that we are talking about here. And customer lifetime value shows true worth value of customer. You know, keeping a customer a lifetime, customer lifetime value, right? So what is lifetime value? I can share you a story, very simple story about customer lifetime value, right? Which I have been using for many years in my classes. You know, one day I went to Food City, you know, Cargill's Food City, right? Cargill's Food City, I can tell you even that time it was Cargill's Food City, Vattala, a place where I generally go on my way home. You know, there was a guy, Cargill's the manager. One day I had a chat with him. The outlet was not very busy. So this boy, when he was talking to me, I was just asking how his business and all that. And a young guy, quite a young guy. And but he knew because I've been visiting that place regularly. And I was asking how his business and all that, and that we are doing okay, sir, and good. And how is the customers? How are the customers in this area? Is that good? And while he was talking to me, there was another young guy who was pushing a cart with goods and passing us with items in his cart, going to the cashier. And then this guy told me, sir, that customer is about it's our 4 million worth customer. He told me, right? So the Cargill's manager is saying, so that is a 4 million worth customer for us. All right. So actually, we were talking some marketing things also with him. He happens to be one of my known students sometime before. And then he said, I said, why do you say 4 million worth? How do you say it's 4 million worth customer? So I know this customer. There are many customers I know like that. This customer is living with his recently married person. He comes to the outlet with his wife also sometime. And his father and mother also living with them. There are 4 people in the house nearby, near Vattala. And they buy about 8,000 worth stuff every month, because they have that database, you know, that in their database when your ID number is given or card number is given, they can track the data, the volumes, the value. So they are doing it silently. The Cargill's, their database, they know the volume base, they can identify customers, the volume in the sense the rupee sales volume. And so he said his customer is about buying about 8,000 worth, roughly little more than 8,000 worth stuff every month. Then I said, how do you say then he's buying say 8,000 rupees worth stuff every month? That includes food stuff and grocery. It's a true figure, I felt. And so how do you say it's a 4 million worth custom? Then he said, so this guy, okay, for 8,000 a month, annually is giving us more than 100,000. Is buying stuff from us. And you know, this customer is about late 20s, and he will definitely buy from us another 40 years, right? He's telling me, right? So 40 into 100,000 is 4 million. So, you know, that's how they value their customers. Beautifully told me, explained to me, customer lifetime value. So I was thinking after he told me that, how many millions worth customers we have in the banks for a month, how much they pay as interest. Maybe some customers pay even your whole month salary. Customer interest is maybe net interest you are getting is maybe half of the month staff salary of the particular branch. Don't you think so? Well, actually, we had some, some customers you have, their loan interest is equal to your 1 month salary bill, the entire branch. So we may have customers worth 100 million or 200 million worth customers if they are being with us for lifetime. So that is the value of making a customer a lifetime customer. You understand? So customer lifetime value is a new concept. That's why, because you are talking of lifelong customers. So how do you calculate lifetime value? So lifetime value into, you take 1 year's thing into your, say as you multiply, like Food City example, for a year, customer buy things worth 100,000 into 40 years. So that is customer lifetime value, roughly. I mean, you don't have to go to serious valuations. What is the annual value customer bring to you into how many years customer is going to stay with you. So if the customer stay with you 50 years, then you have a huge lifetime value. Customer stays with you 10 years, you have lesser lifetime value. So how you calculate doesn't matter, but roughly you can imagine some customers continuously, whenever they take loans, they pay interest to us. Whenever they make deposits with us, we still have a margin on the deposit because we have an advantage. We pay the customer 10% on the FD, but that we use that money to lend at say 15%, 5% gain on that. And when customers open LCs, bank guarantees, then we have various commission. We have LC commission, we have guarantee commission, we have documentation charge, we have legal charges, all that charged by the bank, debiting the customer. And credit card, when customer buys something, also you get a merchant commission, right? You get a portion of commission, issuer commission. So, you know, all these are adding to your annual income. So don't you think keeping a customer for lifetime is really worth? So that's why you need to look at customer in a long-term point of view. We are not talking of short-term customer transactions or deals. We are not talking about deals. You know what deals are? Deals are short-term. You just buy and sell, right? But we do more transaction relationship-based transactions. Relationship-based. Other things are deal-based transactions. Just so one-time customer, just buy and go. That's all. You just give customer loan. That's it. He'll pay the loan and go. That's all. He never comes back. So isn't it a good thing that you keep customer getting repeatedly buying you, getting loans and various things? So sustaining customer in the long term is the prime objective of CRM, or customer relationship management. Share of customers purchase in a product category achieved through offering greater variety, cross-sell and upsell strategies, capturing value from customers. So this cross-selling is another thing that we don't do much in banking sector. But if you go to some other place, best example is if you go to a textile shop. These people, especially when ladies go, they buy a sari, then sari jacket, and then other accessories, and various things. Don't they try to sell you? Miss me aluthen design එක ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා, the sari jacket ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා, then all frock එකක් ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා, and you go and go there to buy a sari, but you end up buying various other things and various other accessories, beautifying accessories, and maybe some shoes. Miss Ayak ගනින් මේ match වෙන shoe එකක් තියෙනවා අපිට ඒකත් බලමු. I have seen some of these guys are cross-selling beautifully. But are we, when a customer comes to open a savings account, are we trying to sell a credit card, or whether a customer is given some understanding about the loan facilities that we have, or even the loan customers, are we trying to do it? Maybe now you are maybe doing it because there are targets given, and but we didn't see it happening until recently in the banking sector. The cross-selling or upselling. Upselling is selling a high-value product. Say upselling is promoting a loan, high-value loan to a savings account customer or credit card customer. Right? You would have seen now some, especially HSBC these days, they are calling us. Even last week I got a call from they regularly doing it. They said, "Sir, your credit card has become eligible for a cash loan." I said, "What is that?" They said, "You can, depending on your limit, you can get a loan, sir. You don't have to do anything. You just tell us how much you want, and you can pay that in 12 months at 8-9% interest." She gave me a rate also, and she gave me the rental also. Quite easy. So, but I said I didn't want a loan at this moment. But that's how they are upselling it. They just call you and tell you, we just create your account, and you can pay through the card at a very low interest rate regularly through the card payment. Upselling. I don't know the other banks have, only HSBC has done this. So far, I have never heard of other banks doing it. And In the recent past, I actually took credit cards from state banks also. I want to see their service. I didn't get it in my name, but I got it in my wife's name. Now I have credit card from all the state banks today. People's Bank, Bank of Ceylon, in addition to all the private banks. I although I don't use credit card that much, but I want to see their service. So far the best credit card service I have seen from HSBC, and they increase the limit regularly without even telling you, depending on your performance. They just keep increasing the limit. They just send a letter, your credit card has been increased, the limit has been increased by so much based on your performance. All right. So I think my credit card, they had increased about 3-4 times over the last few years because of so these are all upselling things and creating more and more income for, because when you have a large limit, you tend to use that also. That's marketing in action. The capturing value from customer, the combined customer lifetime values of all current and potential customers measures the firm's performance, but in manner that looks to the future. Choosing the best customer is key. All right. So that's so few things in the few terms that we are talking about. Internet, we'll be talking about internet use in marketing. It's about globalization. Ethics and social responsibility. Marketers need to take great responsibility for impact. Ethics and social responsibility part of our marketing definition. You say the marketing is a management process that satisfy or identify and satisfy customer needs in a profitable, right, efficient, and socially acceptable manner. So what is socially acceptable? So marketers will have to be ethically responsible. They have to be socially responsible. They just can't do things that are antagonizing the society. Non-profit marketing, and then we comes to new good concept which is known as marketing orientation. I heard all this. Now we need marketing oriented companies, not any other type of companies. The marketing orientation is marketing orientation is about what we talk already. Is the organization culture that most effectively and efficiently creates the necessary behaviors for the creation of superior value for buyers and thus continuous superior performance for the business. So that what we now, the company that we discussed in the morning is a truly marketing oriented company, because they effectively and efficiently create necessary behavior for the creation of superior value for buyers, the customers, right? Continuous superior performance for the business. Right? So there are different type of companies. Now look at customer from one side and the competition from the other side. Right? The customer focus. What is customer focus? So concern about the customer. Competition is your focus on the competition, your knowledge about the competition. Because you should be knowing your customers. You should, as a company, be knowing about the competition also, because you just can't do business in a vacuum. So there are competitors around you, like your customers are around you. So all these, both the parties you today day to day interact with, don't you? So when your customer concern is low and the knowledge about the competition is low, you call it's an inward-looking company. Because inward-looking companies are mostly process. They are worried about their processes, internal aspects. Maybe their process management or their internal things like risk and control, audit controls. Those are needed, but it has no value to the customer. So you need to be audit. You need to have audit controls, process controls, risk and controls. But will it have value to the customer? It might not. So customer is waiting for a value, looking for a value. All right. So inward-looking companies are actually, they are showing their back to the customer. So they are looking inside. Customer is outside. So they are showing their back to the customer. So it's not an orientation that we are promoting here. Then customer orientation is good, but at the same time they have to have good knowledge about what is happening in the competition. Otherwise, what will happen is they will do anything that customer want, but competition may be doing something more than that they do. So they have to do something more than the competition do to their customers. So competitor orientation is again more of competitor driven approach. What do you mean by whatever competitors do, they will copy and do, but they really don't identify or understand what exactly their customers want. So sometimes you are just doing what is competition doing may not be enough, because your customers may be needing something different also. You have to have good knowledge about your customer needs, your segmental needs as well. But in this approach, you might lack that. But you are just copying the competition, doing various things. So competitor-driven or customer-driven approaches are not again recommended, because they are not balanced approaches. So what is right? What has a right balance is the marketing-oriented approach, where you correctly understand what your customer want and what the competition is doing. So when you are high focus on the customer aspects and good knowledge on the competitor activities and competitor strategies, and then you are marketing oriented, and you can easily offer better and better offers, better and better packages and offerings to the customer to making your organization more marketing oriented. So here I have given notes on describing customer orientation, competitor orientation, and interfunctional. So to do this, you have to, as an organization, interfunctional coordination is a key. Interfunctional coordination is the essential cultural component that allows an organization to actually use its knowledge of a market. It involves coordinating all departments, not just the marketing department, in using knowledge gained from customer and competitor analysis towards the goal of increasing value of the customer. All right. Creating value for buyers is much more than a marketing function. Rather, a seller's creation of value for buyers is analog to a symphony orchestra, in which the contribution of each subgroup is tailored and integrated by a conductor with a synergistic effort. In an orchestra, you see there's a leader, and everyone is performing according to the leader's movements and the guides. So same way, in an organization also, there has to be very, very strong coordination between all the departments, not only the marketing division, because even we are seen in branches, sometimes you all try to get the customer, and with a lot of difficulty you have got the customer into the bank, and but due to poor approach in okay, thank you. Due to poor approach of one of the departments, you are losing your customer. All right, especially loan divisions, I have come across a lot of customers are disappointed because of how they were treated in the legal division. I think you also would have same experience. This throughout the banking sector, I have heard this. So legal department, for some reason, don't understand and give the same cooperation that other departments provide. So then the total value chain breaks, right? So it has to, every department, it's say, for example, the branch, the regional office, the head office, the risk division, audit, if they are supposed to contribute, then the IT division process, everyone has to coordinate and be links in the value chain if you give the final output to the customer. So interfunctional coordination is that unless every single person in the organization, every single department in the organization does not support this value chain mechanism, you can't deliver the value to the customer end of the day. So that's the truth. So service marketing triangle is another concept that you are looking at. One side you have company management, then you have employees and customers. So all these parties will have to, especially to provide final or keep customers and provide them value. So this marketing, three type of marketing is to be in action. So what is the between company and the employees? The internal marketing, the management has to support employees. Interactive marketing, so employees are the people who are interacting with customers. So employees will have to keep those promises. For that, the management will have to enable the employees or empower the employees to interact positively with the customers, right? So what do company promise to the market? Is through various external propagandas or external communications. They say this is what we deliver. So that is usual practice. The company promotes their products. This is what we sell. This is what we deliver. But to deliver that promise, the management should support or enable or empower the employees so that employee interaction with the customers will be more positive and desirable for the customer, right? So remember this triangle: company, employees, and customers. Internal marketing, interactive marketing, and external marketing. So end of the day, if we need to satisfy the customers, these parties will have to also come into the picture. The employees are the ones who are interacting with the customer. They are the people who are providing the service. So what the management has to do is to enable that. Okay, I think this is okay. So let me finish by saying these are not particularly related to marketing, but it's about motivation of employees. You know, now when you consider these employees' interactions with customers, you know, motivated employees will definitely create happy customers. Remember that. Or satisfied employees will create happy customers. The vice versa. Unhappy employees will not create happy customers. Remember that. So, you know, the scientist called Frederick Herzberg talking about two-factor theory. They said how to satisfy or motivate staff. So we were talking about two aspects. There are certain factors. He divided them into two that can create motivation: hygiene factors, motivation factors. So what are the hygiene factors according to his theory, two-factor theory? Said working conditions, co-worker relations, policies, rules, supervisor, quality, and base wage. So these, he said, these are hygiene factors that have to be there anyway, because if they don't have this, they will be dissatisfied. So when you, but he said hygiene factors will not motivate employees, but those factors, if you look after, that will reduce dissatisfaction of employees. In other words, if these are not there, the staff will be dissatisfied. Right? But he said there are motivating factors. Right? What are those? Achievement, recognition, responsibility, work itself, advancement, and personal growth. Now, these are the factors that company will have to be mindful, which will motivate staff or create more job satisfaction. So he said there are two factors, one set of factors about dissatisfaction, another set of factors regarding satisfaction. So motivating factors, if you improve, that will motivate and increase job satisfaction. And hygiene factors will have to be anyway there. If they are improved, then that will help reducing the employee dissatisfaction. But hygiene factors cannot motivate, but it can only reduce dissatisfaction. So therefore, hygiene factors will have to be there anyway, because if hygiene factors are not there, then the staff will be dissatisfied. But it's very clear in his theory, according to Herzberg, he said companies will have to understand they can motivate staff by more recognition, responsibility, career advancement, and so on. Right. And another motivation theory brought in by Douglas McGregor, he said there are certain managers, he said those theories are X and Y. There are managers who assume that employees are always don't want to work. They dislike work. They are lazy. They don't want to take responsibility, and they have to be punished to perform. But other theory, another set of managers think their assumption is that employees like work, they are creative, they want to shoulder more responsibility and exercise self-direction. They can, if they are given freedom, they can be guided, they can do their job properly. So X and Y, people hate work, according to X type, have to be forced to work. People prefer to be told what to do. People are selfish and have no interest in the organization. Theory X type. And theory Y type managers think people like work. People drive themselves and work effectively. People will take the initiative given opportunity. People will commit themselves to objectives if it is beneficial to them. Right. So that's, so you know so what is more appropriate theory according to McGregor, the theory Y, because you cannot have negative feeling about staff all the time. But only thing is that you have to give them freedom and look after them and think positively and give them responsibilities, and they will perform independently. So supporting and coaching and guiding and trusting people is the ideal approach a manager can take to improve or increase motivation or creating a happy workforce. So theory X and Y. So McGregor theory Y type, we need to practice wherever possible, and also we to be mindful about two-factor theory of Friedrich Herzberg, where two type of factors that are motivating and that are reducing dissatisfaction. Right. So that ends our discussion today. So I hope yes, it's almost 12:30. Are you all there? I hope you are not sleeping. And can we stop at this point then? Then I want you to run through these students when we meet next week. Only thing I think, sorry to tell you, next week I have another commitment. I won't be there next week class. We have to postpone it to a week after, maybe. So 6th class is not there, and then I think next class will be 13th of March. So we'll depart until we meet on the 13th. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, can take two minutes, or if you have no questions, just say no, and we can say goodbye. Have good luck and good day to you. Just say yes or no whether we do have any. Yes, Laknath, yes, thank you. He says okay, thank you. So no issues. Dhanuka, thank you. Kasulmali, thank you. Karnaratna, thank you. Amali, thanks. See you next the next 13. Right. Kamali, yes. Gayani, thank you, thank you. Chamara, Rohan, Pradeep, very good. You are all keen, right? I'm happy that you are at it, and I think today we had a good session, and I'm also happy. Jana, Chitra, yes, good. So please keep. I want you all to participate in the discussion. Any if you have any doubt, you don't have to ask it in audio, but just put 2-3 words in the and share it in the chat box or as a chat. Then we can further discuss and further explain. I want you all to understand these concepts thoroughly, because then it will help you to write the exam without any difficulty. You don't have to crash, have a crash program to study end of the sessions or end of the program. Now itself, take these notes into your heart. Take these discussions and what I say during the class into your heart, and make some notes during the class. Keep a notebook. Just keep a notebook. Don't come without any notebook to the class. And whenever there are question type things, I will tell you what type of questions will come to the exam. That will help you to also properly understand how this whole thing goes, and be doing a project work also after maybe few sessions. I will give you a project early so that you can keep starting your survey, the project work also. And what I need is you all to participate, interact, because we can't see each other. Therefore, whatever you put in your chat as chats will be really appreciated. So thank you very much. Have a good day once again. Good luck.